Defund the police. Defund the politicians.
Abolish hate, racism, and oppression.
Take control of this all planet.
Liberation. Hey.
Yeah.
You hear the sirens, you hear the sirens. This shit is getting out of hand, they can't contain the violence. Shit, we been living hand to mouth, they never keep us silent. We finna keep them thriving, we finna, ayy. You hear the sirens, you hear the sirens. This shit be getting out of hand, they can't contain the violence.
This is Gem Radio, the radio podcast where we play the present, that'll be the future, hip-hop, R&B, and beat maker. I'm your host, Mr. B, and this is episode 64. And I'm here in the dojo with Frankie Metals. You know, man, how you doing, good sir?
Alive and kicking.
Yes, man. And sorry for the wait. Man. It's been a long time since we did another Gem Radio. We're back, and we're back in full effect. And I got a second time.
Yeah.
Artist, entrepreneur, visionary, activist through music.
Yo, you gonna make me blush, bro.
We out here.
Another one.
The front man of 7Triiibes, low down lords, barely living. One of the most dopest niggas breathing. I got Bohiti
Yo, I appreciate you.
on the show.
Hey, it was good.
Yeah.
Fucking feel great to be here. Second interview. I needed to do this.
Yeah, it's been since what was it, 2 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. We went to the
2019,
old crib that you used to have, and all the amazing music that y'all were making was just being played.
Studios.
Yeah.
That we not there no more.
I know.
But I'm building something
I know.
else similar, but we're gonna take it to another step further.
Of course, man. I don't know if we have any particular projects that you want to like promote, but I know you have "Don't Panic" out.
Yeah, Don't
which
Panic
has
is
an
out
amazing
right now.
record. You know, Sirens, one of my favorite records.
I did something crazy when I did Don't Panic. When I dropped that, I was trying to experiment with the way I was putting it out.
Yep.
Because I felt like when we first dropped with like 7Triiibes shit, we did everything through
Dat Piff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I remember.
Then from Dat Piff, I shifted it to SoundCloud. Then we stood on SoundCloud the whole time with 7Triiibes. We never put something out on Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes. There was never a 7Triiibes record out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then we kind of slowed down on our music output and doing my solo shit. Then I started doing Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes for my own shit. My first solo project, I did that. That was a shift in how to market, promote, and put the music out. And I feel like everybody kind of like utilizes that now. Like
Yeah.
Spotify, iTunes do DSPs and shit like that. So I was like, all right, cool. What can I do now to change that? Because like every time I drop something, I always wanted to do it different, revolutionize the way we put music out.
Right.
So I was like, all right, let's direct the traffic to my own site. So instead of letting these DSPs pay me like a portion of a penny for my streams, I can get literally the whole $1 or the whole $10 for my project from everybody that's listening. So if I got 1,000 listeners at $10 a pop, you could do the math.
That's money.
There's money.
And the DSP's taking the money from me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, with Don't
And
Panic.
we did hear sometimes. I heard some shit about Spotify saying we really just want to make this thing just for people to listen to music, not to pay artists.
Yeah, word.
I've heard that shit.
How
one
does
time.
that make sense? How you expect people to listen to music without paying the artist? That's like people who are party promoters trying to book an artist to do a show and don't want to pay them. It's like, yo, you have no show without an artist.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
And I just never got about that shit is like, if none of these artists were under a record label contract and they just took all their music off of fucking off of Spotify, what the fuck they got?
nothing. You know what I'm saying?
But-
Which is being said, I dropped Don't Panic. I was like, all right, when I drop this, I'm going to drop it specifically on my website for the first
Couple
whatever,
weeks.
yeah, for first couple weeks, drop it on my website, see how much traffic I could get from my Instagram, from my Facebook, from my Twitter, from Apple Music, SoundCloud, take all of those people and try to get them to go to my website, which is a whole nother job in itself to get people to go from one app to another app to another app to another site, buy this over here, you know? So directing the traffic, using my album to direct the traffic to Bohiti.com.
Yep.
And then dropped it there, see what the results were like the first 3 days. I made like almost $400 in the past like 4 days. So it was like 4 days past, I got $400.
Right.
It's like $100 a day. And in my time using a DSP, like what was I using? DistroKid. I was using DistroKid. That shit made me $200 in 3 years. I'm like, bro, I made that shit overnight on my own website.
Exactly.
So what type of point does it make to even drop music on there? The only value in that is marketing, promotion.
More people. It's actually
and being in a pool with those artists, those big artists. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I don't even care to be in the pool with those artists. We don't make the same type of music, and I don't want it. Yeah, it's like, those listeners who listen to that are not even ready to listen to the type of thing, the content that is in our music and our artwork, you know what I'm saying? They're not ready for that type of information. So you can stay over there, go right ahead.
But, you know, before all this, you know, I want people to have a actual story that's behind the man Key Bohiti. You will never tell us your real name. But
one day.
But there was a lot that you had to go through to get to where you are right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to start with something I just never understood. Was there was a raid, and your mother was arrested.
Yeah.
What happened that caused that?
What transpired?
What?
I will say that was me coming straight out of high school.
Oh.
Like fresh out of high school.
Oh, I thought that was younger.
Nah. This is me coming out of high school. When I was younger than that, we had other issues in the family, you know what I'm saying? But my parents split up. My mom started hustling, you know? She started grinding, selling her thing, whatever, doing her thing. And she got arrested outside in a car, in a vehicle, with drugs on her. With that being said, they got a warrant to raid the crib. So I was sleeping in the house. At the time, I was also involved in some, you know, light things, you know what I'm saying, a little bud or whatever, a little weed. So I kind of got nervous. I grabbed everything, and my uncle came to the crib banging on the door. I get up, yeah. I got up, I left the house or whatever. And then, long story short, my mom got locked up. The cops raided the crib. She did like a 3-year bid. And during that time period while she was in jail, it was like my brother had a girlfriend, so he was with his girlfriend at the time. He got to stay at his crib. I didn't really have my girlfriend. My dad was out here, but he was like more involved in his new relationship than wanting to take care of us at the time. You know what I'm saying? So he was like,
on some other shit.
yeah, hands up, like you on your own, figure it out type shit.
Wow.
So I was like, all right, cool, you know. At that time, I stood homeless for a little while, and I was just like going through thoughts in my mind, like building on new ideas and just like trying to figure out life. Young cat straight out of high school, a little depressed, a little sad. My mom's in jail. My dad was like hands up, figure it out. My brother was over there, you know what I'm saying? So we were kind of like all over the place.
Yeah.
That's where like the idea for the song Wanderers came from. Because I considered myself a wanderer at that time. Because I was just like here, there, staying at friends' house, studios, all over the place, just trying to get shit done.
And like during the midst of that, you know, being homeless, you became a father as well?
Yeah, so like it was right after, and then my mom came home from jail. She was like, hey, come stay with us. She ended up getting a job at a bail bonds, ironically. Yeah. She had a plug, so they plugged her in. She got a job at a bail bonds, ended up getting an apartment. When she came home 3 years later, you know, the struggle with depression, homelessness, and all that shit, she thought like my mind was a little different from when she went in, so she asked me if I wanted to go to Puerto Rico. Sent me to Puerto Rico. I stayed with my grandmother for a little while. But out there, you know, I kind of like all the stress of everything that was built up from the past 3 years before that kind of got to me. I was like, my sense of reality was shifting a little bit. I guess I was going through a growth too, evolution and change of myself. Like, I no longer want to live like that. I no longer want to do the things that was causing me to feel like that. So I kind of like came to grips with that in Puerto Rico. Stayed out there for a little while. Called my mom, came back. Then I met my baby mother. We kicked it off, you know what I'm saying? I knew her before that, but we ended up getting together when I came back and, you know, having a child. And then my mom disappeared. Like, she didn't disappear, but she had to slide and go do her own thing. You know what I'm saying? I was already getting older. I was having a family, about to have a family. Then I had issues with my son's mother. We ended up splitting, and then I ended up homeless again. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah. So it was like homeless. My mom came out of jail. We had a good time for like a year and a half. Then I ended up having a kid. Splitting from my baby moms, being homeless again, and then creating 7Triiibes, like trying to create the Seeking Balance and what is this? Seeking Balance and the 7 Line, the first 2 projects. Trying to create those projects, do shows, raise my child, be homeless, and still trying to maintain my sanity.
Shit,
Which is the music helps.
Yeah, the
Music
music
most
was helping the
definitely
Save
most,
a lot of us.
which was the reason why I couldn't stop it. Like, I was like, all right, cool. Even though all these things are going on around me, I'm dealing with all this, I have to continue to keep creating. I have to continue to keep, like, building up what I started. You know what I'm saying? I can't end it because it was helping me. It was healing me prior to even going through this. And then I was like, all right, you know what? I got to keep using this. You know what I'm saying? Keep making sure that I never lose grip of what helped me maintain my sanity and my spirit.
So, forming 7Triiibes, you know, did you know all the members all over time, or y'all hooked up one point?
I would say me, Live Higher, Pep, P Flipper,
Mhm.
and Above knew each other for time before 7Triiibes.
Mhm.
I met Cass through my brother. My brother is the owner of Al Wax Records.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
that's right.
That's my brother. So he introduced me to Cass. Cass started coming to chill with me. We used to freestyle. Eric the Red I met in high school. Then he started coming around me. We used to just smoke and freestyle. Us three would freestyle, smoke, chill. That turned into me getting an idea like, yo, let's bring
Group.
these. Yeah, let's get together, because not only were we just rapping, but we were talking about what was going on in the world, and we kind of shared like similar views about what we wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, why is this like this? Why is this like that? Why are these things happening? How can we heal each other? How can we get better? How can we, you know what I'm saying, change our state of mind, our state of living, and our perceptions to help not only ourselves but benefit everybody else.
Right.
So we were already on that prior to 7Triiibes, and then it was like, fuck it, let's come together and talk about it together. You know what I'm saying? Siva's Eric the Red's brother, so Eric the Red introduced me to Siva. We introduced Siva to the rest of the brothers. And then, you know what I'm saying? Durag was around for longer than everybody else. I didn't mention him because I've known him through childhood. Like,
Forever,
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say his step pops and my dad were like
Oh, forget it.
friends. Like, they used to chill in the house, so I knew him before even school.
Word.
Then at time, like, he wasn't originally 7Triiibes, but then we just hung out. He was there with us every day in the studio, so it didn't matter. It was like, yo, you're 7Triiibes by blood, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? By like time, it's family shit. So Durag always been there. And
Word.
that's how 7Triiibes formed. Really, we just linked on the basis of having a same goal, end game type thing.
Word. I want to delve more into the mind of Key Bohiti, and I want to know. You seem like you have a lot of morals and you got a lot of values and you go about life a certain way. I always want to know, what do you really live by?
What do I live by?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say I made my own code of conduct, you know what I'm saying? But I was raised, my dad and my mother, they were raised a certain way. They raised me a certain way, to the way to treat people, how we organize. It was always about like us four. So it's like mom, dad, my brother, and me, and we had each other's back no matter what. So even as I got older, say I was in high school, a friend got kicked out their crib or they had nowhere to go, my mom would be like, yo, take him to the crib. He could stay here. Yeah, you know, your friends could stay here as long as they want. So I had all my friends living with me at one point. You know what I'm saying? But that transcends into going into me as an older individual. I opened my doors to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I built on Take It. It was like, all right, cool, everybody. Yo, you don't got nowhere to go? Come. We got food. We got a place to sleep. You got a shower, and we got a studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What more you need?
Nah, yeah.
Nothing. Yeah, you good.
Those things were instilled in me, I guess, by my parents or whatever. But like, I always, you know, loyalty, morals, sticking to like love, peace, helping each other out when you see somebody down. You know what I'm saying? These are things that everybody should be doing regularly. Like, these basic, basic
Yeah.
level principles that everybody should live by.
I think we live in a world right now where principles is not even a thought anymore.
It's not. It's because people are not passing principles and character and those characteristics down.
No.
It's like you're not even raising your kids to have those types of morals or values or principles. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody go wild, you know what I'm saying? Go crazy with no information to help you sustain yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And shouts to you, you know, for being basically a kid that gotta become an adult right away and had to figure that out themselves.
I'm not gonna lie, I always felt like I was adult even as a child, cause like my dad would have me do certain things in the house. Like, I don't know, I was 5 or 6, I would have to take my brother to You know what I'm saying? Like I was 10 years old taking my brother to school. I would have to clean the house. I would have to cook. I would have to walk the dogs, train the dogs, because we had a lot of pit bulls. We're talking early 90s.
Right.
Yeah, we're talking early 90s, and my dad was into like dog fighting and shit like that. I know it's
damn.
like, especially now in 2021, you say some shit like that, it's like you're going to fucking hell. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like
That was a normal thing.
Yeah, it was a normal thing
it
back
was
in the day.
very normal. It was like my dad was raising me to raise killer dogs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type of effect that would have on my psyche or my, you know what I mean?
Yeah, health.
Yeah, growing up, raising killers, and I'm like, oh shit, that shit's normal, you know what I mean? But as I got older, obviously, I became vegan. I stopped eating animals and shit like that. So
Yeah,
it's like,
I wanted to go into
But,
that
you
a
know,
little bit.
crazy
'cause
life.
So wait a minute. What do you attribute you having a plant-based? Like, is it vegan or is it plant-based for you?
I guess, I mean, if you're gonna go by like definitions and books and shit, I'm not really vegan because I still wear like leather and I'll do certain
So that's what I'm saying.
Like, I'm not actively out there fighting for like animal rights and shit like that. I mean, but I eat properly. I make sure it's my nutrition. It's for in protest against companies as well. It's for my own self, for my mind, for my betterment of my self-preservation. If you want to.
You
say.
got good skin, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, pause. Hold on. You got good skin. Like, so it makes sense. It checks out.
Yo, a healthier, stronger life. I don't believe that anybody wants to be 50, 60 years old, going to the doctors every week, getting pills, and being on like dialysis or going checking for cancers and this and that and the other thing. And it makes sense to have preventative measures before anything bad happens. You can make sure that it doesn't happen. So that's my concept behind doing anything that's progressive towards my lifestyle, myself, my mind, my heart, my spirit, and the people around me. It's like, where's this gonna lead me? Where's this taking me? Do I want to be strong or do I want to be walking with a king? You know what I mean? Do I want to be able to lift up shit and still run, or do I want to be laying in a bed sick, you know, coughing? Like, I'm good.
Yeah. What do you attribute that lifestyle change to? Was it the fact that your dad was doing the dog fighting, or was it that you was working as a butcher at one point at ShopRite?
I wasn't a butcher at ShopRite, bro. But I worked at ShopRite. But I will say there was multiple things. Like me changing my lifestyle of eating and healthier habits. So besides the smoking, 'cause I can't. Yeah, this calms me down. But the food thing, the whole change, it comes from multiple things. It's like the information that I learned about the processing of the meat, who controls the meat industries, what they do with their money, the wars that you see going on, the politicians that are in office, everybody being in cahoots with each other. It's a whole protest to stop consuming products, not just eating meat or food, but like stop consuming products that are tied to entities that are causing the destruction on the planet.
Right, because you're part of the problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
By default.
every time I find out something new, it's like, all right, cool. How can I stop helping?
Doing that.
Yeah. I don't want to keep doing that. I want to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's the motivation. That's the mindset behind it. And it's like every time new information comes across. And it also helps that my brother been vegan for like, I don't know, 11 years or something like that. Before it was cool to be vegan. Now it's
Easy
like
to
a
get
fad.
in, right,
And it's like, you know, you got like all these cool like vegan restaurants and things like that. But you know, it's better to cook at home. You know what I'm saying? And grow your own food and make your own shit.
Now, you have a son.
Yeah.
And you co-parent.
Yes.
Now, how does co-parenting go with, you know, you living your lifestyle? I'm not really sure what the mother of your child
Like a
is.
lie. The beginning of our relationship was rocky because of my lifestyle, because of the way I live, because of the things I do, because I gotta do shows, because I'm at studio, because I'm always busy and doing things. Kind of like shifted our relationship a little bit. I kind of took it hard, and so did she, and it was hard to understand because we were both young, trying to figure out how to have a relationship, and I'm trying to start businesses and trying to like, but figuring it out from nothing, with nothing at all, no information, no help, no money. Yeah, it's just like trying to go winging it. You know what I'm saying? So we had some issues, and it wasn't easy in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Being in the street, trying to help financially, trying to help raise my son, trying to see him more often, but I didn't have nowhere to bring him, so it's like I can't really see him at this moment. I have to wait till I get my shit together to be able to do that, going to court. She didn't want to take me to court. It's the thing that, you know, it's just like, she's not a bad person. She did right, you know what I'm saying? She did what she had to do to maintain herself. what I'm saying? That's valid to me.
Sometimes the system forces it to happen too.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I would say
Or maybe
a
there's
lack of
people around.
information,
Maybe
a
there's
lack of
people
information,
around.
because I would say that our relationship now is valid. Like, we cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? We raised our son well. She got another son, and she's raising her, you know, her family the way she raised her family. I do my own thing. We stay out of each other's business, and it's all peace. You know what I'm saying?
Good,
I feel like not
beautiful.
many people could do that because they got their egos involved. They're like still emotionally attached to these people. But me and her are not emotionally attached to each other. We just have an obligation. You know what I'm saying? And we do that.
Shit, that's beautiful. So
Yeah, it took a long time to be that beautiful. I will say that. Yeah, it was a lot of
but
work.
There's a lot of ups
Even
and
on my,
downs.
like, definitely on my own part, because
Yeah.
obviously I was the one fucked up. She wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So in terms of that, like, how does your son react to having that lifestyle that you have going on with the plant-based eating?
He involves himself with me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
does do it.
I give him the option. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, you eat whatever you want, but I prefer you eat what I'm eating because it's better for you.
Yeah.
And I'm 9 times out of 10 he's gonna pick what I'm eating, especially while he's with me. With his mom, he probably most likely is gonna eat whatever she's eating. You know what I'm saying? Because she's cooking and things like that. So
Okay.
I cook in the house. He eats.
As long as it's being cooked.
Yeah, but at
By
the end
you.
of the day, eventually, in his own state of mind, he'll pick what he wants to do. Yeah. I don't.
Y'all
really,
the
like,
first niggas I ever saw. I never knew that walnuts can be turned into ground meat in some shit sort of
walnut
fucking
meat.
way.
Nah, that shit is fire, yo.
That shit is amazing,
tastes
dog.
amazing too.
Like, yo, I was like,
There's a spot right here, plant based.
Yeah.
I know.
They use that. They use that a lot.
Right.
And a lot
Good.
of their stuff is banging. I just shouted them out. You better give me a free meal. Nah, I'm joking.
shit,
I'm
man.
serious.
So, man, when's the last time you've ever had a job?
ShopRite, I think that was like 2017 or something like that.
Oh damn, I thought it was longer than that. But all right.
Nah, because I stopped working like
Yeah.
in 2015.
Right.
Then I went back to working in 2017 because I needed to boost my financial situation. Obviously,
Okay.
I was going through things. Yeah.
Yeah, because
But that didn't last long either. I was only there for like maybe a year.
that's long enough.
That's what it takes sometimes.
That's long. And
After that, I just like, you know,
you became self-sustainable.
monetizing everything that I
Yeah.
do, literally everything. So if like people were mad at me in the beginning, but I was like turning down shows. It's like, I don't want to do this show because I'm not getting paid, and I don't know how you feel about me turning down a show that I'm not getting paid for, but I just feel like I've been doing this for 10 years. There's no reason that I should be doing it for free, especially when I got people that need me to feed them. You know, my son. I
Go
got.
find someone else to do it.
Yeah. It's cool. I have
Yeah.
I have other artists that are with me that'll do those shows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yo, let
yeah.
my bros do that shit.
Yeah.
They need the experience and the
They need the
time
experience,
and
yep.
you know, let these brothers do that shit. You don't need me to do that. I'll do it, but you know what I'm saying? Compensate me. And
Shit.
that shouldn't be frowned upon either. You know what
It
I'm
really shouldn't be. That's why I would never do shows
saying? And
ever
people
again.
know what happens when I show up to a show. I'm bringing the show. I'm doing the show.
Yeah,
for
you
real.
bring-
I'm
you
gonna
bringing
body
people.
it. I'm not joking. Hey, it doesn't matter whether it's one person in the crowd or 1,000. I'm gonna rock it the same way.
Yep. And this is facts. I've been to plenty of them. I've actually DJ'd one of them.
Facts.
So this is all fact. No, actually, I DJ'd 2 of them. So yeah, this is all facts.
It's kind of like a lot of the
Man,
reason. A lot
I'm
of,
still mad about that second time.
wait.
When the fucking
The event?
when the fucking like plug got broken in my fucking
And
computer.
the speaker went out.
No,
Oh, no, wait.
no. The plug got broken in my computer, and I was like, shit. There's no way.
We could play music.
No, we could. But
I don't
then it
remember
did
which
get to a
event was
point.
this, downstairs in the gym.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, word. Yeah,
that
that
shit
was
was
bad.
crazy. The
That was
fuck,
pretty
like
bad.
yo, I stepped on my plug by accident, and the shit just broke in the fucking outlet. I was like, shit. So I'm like, yo, I'm up to like, I think it's up to your set, and I'm like, yo, I gotta get through his set all the way through, but I know there's gonna be some other motherfuckers that ain't gonna have their set. And then they started doing the whole like, yo, we need to get Piss Mob up there and everything. I was like, man, I'm trying, like, yo, the fucking equipment is fucking not working. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna have to invest in more different equipment.
That's all
now.
good though. Not for
But
nothing.
it was beautiful. But it was a
Those are
dope
all
event.
learning experiences too.
It is.
Hell yeah, for sure.
'Cause I
Because
was
that
like-
night we did the upstairs, downstairs. We
Yeah.
had the shows down there. We
Uh-huh.
had the vegan food.
Mhm.
We had people. I still don't see people doing this now. What
Yeah,
we
no one-
did
no one
was
does doing
pre-sale
this.
tickets 2 months prior to the event. But the ticket was a ticket for the food and your entrance, plus VIP upstairs where you could get tattooed. Because I had somebody tattooing upstairs. I had Tanya upstairs tattooing. So
You know,
we had that event going on.
Key, man, like on some real shit, man. like, I know you deal with things with these promoters and shit like that, and over there like a little scared of you or whatever the fuck.
Right.
But you have done some innovative things,
Yeah,
like on your own right, that maybe you don't need that shit.
Word, I feel that.
Like,
I had a lot of
you really
people
don't.
hit me up and tell me shit like that.
You really don't.
I feel like I definitely feel that, and I had to build that up because of the issues I was dealing with, like promoters or event spaces or doing this. It was like if I would have sat back and just let them dictate that, I would have never done any more shows or any parties or they would have kind of like blackballed me out of like hip hop in Hudson County in a sense, like, yo, I can't do no shows, I can't do no events, nobody book, like, but so I was like, all right, cool, I'll book my own events, I'll book my own shows, I'll book all the artists, I'll throw, you know what I'm saying? And then with this, what we built here, it's like, bro, now what?
And yo, on some real shit, man. I want to talk like about shows. I want to talk about these two songs, and that is Slave Patrol.
Slave Patrol. Word.
Even though you talked about it a little bit before we even started even talking, like, I just want to know, how did that song come about?
Slave Patrol.
And also on top of that, what moment made you have absolute disdain for the police?
So, first of all, I feel like it's very clear for everybody and the parent in the whole world, not just in America, how policing is being used and utilized against citizens when those people are being paid by the people that they are abusing. Technically, they work for us. And they're abusing us. And I've known that for years. So does everybody else. Even if you decide to choose to not see it and see what's happening, there's something happening there, you know? Organizing in the sense of ourselves and policing ourselves and taking care of each other and family and community, and organizing in that sense is what I've been trying to promote since the beginning. Unifying with
I
my
know,
brother.
but you know, there's certain people we can't police, right?
What do you mean? What are you talking about? If you live in a community,
yeah,
and this is your community, and
but then there's the one person that don't give a fuck about none of that.
But that's what I'm saying. Then that person has to deal with the way the community chooses to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
These are facts.
Just saying, what if the motherfucker was Michael Myers, nigga? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say there's certain.
I don't believe in the boogeyman. There's nobody.
I'm not trying to say
there's
there's a boogeyman, but there are certain people who don't give a absolute shit about community, and so there's some people who don't give a fuck.
So you're saying you're talking about the people that you're saying that the prisons need to be there for people like that. And I'm saying. Not
everybody.
We were talking about before earlier.
Yeah.
Prison industrial complex, right?
Yeah.
So how does that fit into what you're saying? You know what I'm saying? In the sense that shit doesn't work. It clearly doesn't work.
Well, no, because not rehabilitate.
Yeah, but that's what I was about to get to. Communities being able to have the ability to rehabilitate each other, ourselves.
Right.
Is another. Now we building programs to rehabilitate the people who feel the way that you're saying. But let's do it ourselves.
But you know what? The problem
that
a dude
that came from Cali and then he joins the police force in Jersey City. A white guy from Cali joins the police force in Jersey City, you know, and then he's a cop out here. What do you do when that guy is not part of the community? What is he gonna do?
He's gonna act like he's unfamiliar with everybody.
Exactly.
And that's always been my issue with. Let's just say if policing wasn't the way it was. I really do feel that anybody who wants to be a police has to be from the community that they're policing.
Yes.
But then I know there's people who are not from our community because they act like shit towards people in the community. But then
I would say that instead of having the government in control of the security team and responsible for protecting us, we should be the ones in charge of the security protecting us. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the government doing it. The government doesn't need to have the security to own the security system. They don't need to own our hospitals and our doctors. They don't need to own all of that stuff. We should be doing that ourselves. There's too much government control. That's the point.
Okay, now
that's
I get
the point.
That.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's too much government control. They have their hand in literally everything. We're gonna end up being communists. Everybody's talking about, like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody's like talking against being communist so much, but I'm like looking.
Where are we going? We're moving towards that socialist communist shit.
Yeah.
But So with that being said, fuck 12, Slave Patrol. I named it Slave Patrol so people could go Google the word Slave Patrol and realize where the terminology comes from and what your police are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
in that sense, it was just for that. And then at the same time, the sound that I used to convey that message was new, especially for me, because we were doing 7Triiibes, straight underground hip hop shit.
Yep.
To come out with the sounds that are in that beat.
yeah.
I was in Florida prior to that and came back, and the music that was out there was mad powerful to me. I was like, yo, the sound that was coming out of here, I was like, yo, let's tap in with that type of sound, you know what I'm saying, and portray convey the message that we're sending from here, from
to
Jersey.
me, y'all when I first heard you guys, it was during the time when Bohiti was around doing the shows at the Center Stage Cuts.
Yo, yeah, wait, he booked us for that shit.
Yeah. I was like, yo, these niggas is the fucking Puerto Rican pro era, nigga.
That's
like,
crazy.
I was like, nigga, I like this. I was out first and foremost. There's not enough rappers that are Latino. There's not enough.
I feel that.
And they're very they're grossly misrepresented.
Nah, that's a fact.
Very.
People, even like Vibe, when they did it was like the Latin Wu-Tang or whatever, something like that. I will say, for majority of the time, for majority of the people in the group, we are Latin. But there's also Eric the Red, he was half Jamaican.
Okay.
I'm part Crucian, you know what I'm saying? I got family from the Virgin Islands, St. Croix. And my grandmother's not even Puerto Rican at all. My father is half black. You know, it's
shit.
Yeah. So it's like,
I feel terrible.
No. It's normal because the whole group and we all Latin. I'm still Latin anyway.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a portion. It's just like, just the whole group and together is a Latin group, I would say. You know?
Right.
So yeah, but coming together like that is just another level of unification that people are not used to.
No, it's a great unification. Cause I felt at that moment of seeing y'all perform together, y'all were really one. Like y'all really had something going.
Actually, that night,
that night, I just like looked up all y'all shit on fucking Dat Piff, and I was just listening to it for like days. I thought y'all were
I appreciate that.
So, like I said, like it's been a long time, and you're in a different space.
Yeah.
Now, like right now, man, like you got a song out called Sirens.
Yeah.
I think it could be the spiritual successor to Slave Patrol.
That's what I was trying to do.
And I really like, a couple weeks ago you talked about the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Yeah.
And how you feel like nobody really wants to book you for any of these events. And I always realize something. I know one day you're going to go into a different genre of music because you are a musical person. Yeah. But usually, what would you perform there? Like, because understand this, I've never been to a Puerto Rican Day Parade in my life, but I know it's a celebration.
Yeah.
Would any of the records that you would play be considered a celebration?
Yeah, for sure.
in your way.
You see, that's a misconception because I feel like people look at me and they think, fuck 12, Slave Patrol, Sirens, shit like that. And
well, part of me just feels that Sirens is not as abrasive as fuck.
But that was my point. When I did Sirens, so to answer all three parts, Sirens was me trying to recreate something in the same vein without it being so harsh as fuck 12 and Slave Patrol, because as I grew, I kind of don't agree with my own lyrics on the verse. You know what I'm saying? Because on the verse, I'm talking about literally killing a cop. You know what I'm saying? Like going out there and just killing them. And it's like, yo, that's kind of I'm sending a message to the people who listen to my shit to go out there and go put themselves in jail. You know what I'm saying? Or ruin their lives. I was like, I could say this in another way and do it in a way where I cool. So if we have a problem, let's go about it in a progressive way. When I start off Sirens on like protests and riots, cannot kill me with a virus. Peep the math, we drop the science. You know what I'm saying? My committee, my alliance, coming together. We're gonna look what's happening around the world. People rioting, people protesting, the virus, this and all that. And I was like, yo, all of these things happening, we're still alive. You can't kill us. You know what I'm saying? The empowerment in that. I just want to empower us to be stronger no matter what was happening. It was the reason why it was like, don't panic. Because I had a whole different project I was trying to roll out for that time period. But I stopped because of the pandemic. And I went back to the drawing board and did Don't Panic because everybody was panicking.
Yeah, well, we had like some type of airborne disease that we don't know how it's really being transmitted. We don't know nothing about this shit, to be honest. Whatever that's being told to you on television, at this point, you don't know who's telling the truth or
I'm gonna
not.
say this. I'm not trying to point nobody in the direction of how to do nothing. Use your own discretion. Be wise and stay and remain healthy with preventative maintenance. Like I keep saying, you take care of yourself. You eat healthy. You drink water. Do your thing. Those things will help to prevent any type of sickness. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We're not just talking about COVID or anything like that. We're talking about everything. Make sure you're good. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself.
Yeah,
It starts there.
It starts.
Number one.
Shit, man. So, I want to talk about your growth as an artist and over time. The last couple of projects you had, one project I really want to talk about is If Never Tomorrow Never Comes.
Yeah.
The cover
Okay.
is the cover. First of all, it's a 2-disc project.
Yeah.
One's more of a punk, it's like more of a punk rock type of
Alternative.
vibe, alternative
Yeah.
vibe, and you have the raps, the
Yeah,
rap
yeah.
on the side. But the one cover is the cover of your son with with the Infinity Gauntlet,
Yeah.
and then it's you. Like, what was the concept of the cover in terms of what the name of the project was?
So, If Tomorrow Never Comes was originally a poem that I wrote that I turned into a record. I've still never put that record out because it's kind of depressing and sad, and I don't want to put that type of energy out into the world right now. The world doesn't need more sadness and depression. So I'll keep that record for myself. But it was like a letter that I wrote just in case something happened to me, I wouldn't be able to be here tomorrow type thing. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote that poem. I didn't want to put the record out, but I thought the concept itself was amazing, and I wanted to put together a project filled with things that would represent who I am, thoughts and things like that, and feelings that I've never expressed before, just in case if something ever did happen. You know what I'm saying? That would be able to speak for me in a way that none of my other projects ever spoke. Then I split it into a double project, one side being the alternative side, one side being my hip-hop side, because I have two different diverse groups of people that listen to my projects, plus my son being on that side of the cover. Those songs are songs that my son likes.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, he
That's
likes
what's up.
those types of sounds and like that energy, so it's more for him, you know what I'm saying? And in the sense, him being a younger me, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna put more energy into my son, so it's like, alright, cool, if something happens to me, focus on him and listen to this progressive loving music, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like,
I didn't even know that. That's fucking dope.
nah, yeah,
That's dope as fuck.
the werewolf thing on his hand, that
Oh,
was it.
I thought it was Infinity Gauntlet.
Nah.
Oh,
That
shit.
was his idea. He was like, Dad, I want to wear this. I was like, all right, put it on, go right ahead. And the
Yeah.
title, he wrote it himself.
Yeah, he did. I remember that.
With color pencils.
That's super dope, man. I know you want to like experience. You want to like really explore more genres with your music. Is there something that you really want to touch at this moment?
At this point right now, honestly, I really want to create my own sounds, like from scratch, you know. I'm trying to compose my own music, you know. I'm not specifically in any type of genre, just flowing whatever feels good to me, and I want to compose my own sheets, you know.
It sounds good.
Yeah, so, but like, I have help. I have a lot of help from the people around me, because obviously I'm not a full-blown producer. I just know what sounds good to me, and then I have them help me. But
You're gonna have the packs.
yeah, you know,
Got the packs, snare
Yep.
packs.
I just set up what I like, and
Yep.
I rap on it. I
Yep.
figure it out, and I have my people help me mix the sounds out, do everything. But I think everything I've been doing in the past year, because I kind of took the year off, like as far as being active and like dropping videos and songs and projects. I haven't really dropped nothing all year, but I've sat down and created. I learned how to make beats a little bit. You know, I started creating new sounds, and I feel like the things that I'm doing right now are more like composition type records, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing more like stadium sounds, concert type things, and it's also, I've been doing that because that's where
That's
I
the
want
goal.
to be. That's where
That's
I'm
where you
going.
wanna
Yeah,
be
I'm
at.
trying to hit those stages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've proven time and time again that I need to be hitting those stages, and the opportunities need to arise. They need to pop up. I'm chasing it. I'm going out there and figuring it out myself, no matter what. Even if they offer it to me or not, I'm gonna get it anyway. But You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make it known. Like, yo, the stage is my place.
Word up.
That's how you gotta act.
So,
You know,
yeah.
Facts.
So in the midst of your career, man, you had some sets. There's 7Triiibes, but I need some explanations on the other sets of what's in the 7Triiibes umbrella. You have the Low Down Lords.
Yeah.
What is the Low Down Lords?
Low Down Lords is really Cass and Be Heard. They created that on their own time, and they showed up to the studio one day with a record, Rex 84. And it's probably the biggest record they got. You gotta check that out. That record is crazy as fuck.
Word.
But what they're talking about on that record and thing is literally like things that you look around the world. But they dropped that in like 2013 or something like that. But that was right after we did 7Triiibes and they did their own thing. And obviously those are brothers. That's my brothers for life. Both of them, Be Heard and Cass. Like, they did that. They came. They showed it to us, and I was like, "Yo, this shit's crazy." I knew that they was gonna go do their thing no matter what. Look at Be Heard now. He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Look at Cass right now doing this thing. Him and his lady.
girl. Yep.
Yeah, fucking amazing music, amazing artists, and they're gonna continue growing and blowing people's minds. I promise you.
Barely Living. How did that start up?
Barely Living was like, that was after I came back from Florida. I was out there with Cheech and Kumba and a couple other people, Henry Quester. When we came back, I kind of had like this idea to be able to speak about the experiences that we've had, because they weren't really great experiences. They were kind of like shitty experiences. So being able to talk about these shitty experiences, but point out the fact that we still alive and strong and we never folded. You know what I'm saying? So Barely Living is that. It's like going through hell and surviving hell and being able to still walk into heaven type shit.
Shit.
So the pain, the music is really like pain, suffering, struggle, and it's like real.
So who's really a part of Barely Living? Because it seems like
I'm
it has grown since then.
I would say like I leave the door open for Barely Living. Barely Living is a collective of whoever is going through pains and struggles. I allow the verses to be on the project, but at core, I kind of base this shit more around like Mars, Apido, and Cheech. You know what I'm saying? But Cosmic is a pivotal in that. You know what I'm saying? There's this other cat that y'all probably never heard of, Hangman. He's a young cat. Like, I met him when he was like 17, 18, and he was like trying to rap and make music, and I let him into the studio. He did his thing, and his story is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell his story, but at a time you'll be able to get his story. If you ever get him up here, you'll be able to talk to him. His story is insane.
Shit.
And he's a great brother, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he keeps continuing to make music and keep growing, because we don't really make too much music right now. But like I said, I open the doors and I leave them open for people to come back and forth, specifically in Barely Living, for people with struggles and pains that I believe in and I want to see grow.
Have you ever felt you need to trim the fat?
Yeah, I've done it multiple times.
I have heard.
There's why
I've heard.
There's reasons why the Barely Living project never dropped, because I just keep chopping, and then the songs.
Yeah.
Put the songs to the side. I don't think people realize that I don't care. Like, I'll stop the song. I bet you'll forget this song. I'll write another verse.
I mean, I don't mean just the songs. I just mean the circle.
No, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
when people show me things that I don't necessarily deal with, then I'll chop the whole everything that we're doing.
What's considered things you like? What's considered things you don't do? You don't ever have to mention a name, but what just turns you off from people that you have to like say, I can't deal with that shit?
It's a lot, but it's a little, because like I say, like, I'm offering to everybody around me. I'm offering you peace, love, space, food, whatever you need. Like, yo, it's all good. Like, I don't give a fuck about nothing. You do whatever you want. I'm not telling you nothing about your life. Don't tell me nothing about my life. Don't interfere in my life. Don't take advantage of the things that are around you that you've been given
to you.
for just because of love. Because I've been in the same situations as everybody else, like probably worse positions, you know what I'm saying, in situations. It's the reason why I love to help people and build and like offer things that nobody's ever offered to me, you know what I'm saying. So then people usually like to take advantage of that and manipulate situations and talk and go, and you know, it's very disrespectful things that happen outside of the space when two people were together. So it's like people like this in one way, and when they leave, they'll talk about me, or they'll talk about the situation, or they'll disrespect, or like, how can you do that when you was just here with family, with people that love you, that with people that are sleeping, we sleep in the same place, we eat in the same place, we record in the same place, there should be nothing but love there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You're exactly right.
I don't know where the animosity comes from and all these other things. Maybe I'm a little harsh. I don't care. It's my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if
Haters gonna hate.
if you don't like the way I move, and you don't like the way I live, and you don't like the way I do things, you don't have to be here. And that's the thing that people don't really understand. It's like, I don't care. That doesn't mean I hate you. That means like, yo, peace, bless up. I hope you go do your thing wherever you're doing your thing at. You know what I'm saying? But don't invade my space, destroy my space, and then get mad at me when I get mad at you.
Yeah, I never got good shit like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's
So
what
maybe-
happens when you open the doors, like the way I open my doors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's cool because I'm in a different space now, and I think
I
different,
see.
and I move different, and I'm not mad at nobody. I hope nobody's mad at me. There's no frustration. Yeah, I mean, I don't care either. You could be mad at me, but at the same time, like, you know, positive, progressive energy. If people ever really had a real situation, they could just call me.
Yeah, another group, not necessarily your group, but y'all been. I've seen you always post stuff from them, and y'all have had records. We know, of course, with 070 Be Heard and stuff like that.
Wait, say that again. Say that again.
Is it 070 or is it
No, say that
070?
again. Say that again. 070, you good?
All right, but I'm not. Y'all not like I don't know. Y'all have seen you post a lot of their stuff. The whole 070 crew.
Yeah.
What is your relationship with that? Cause you before I never knew what Shake was until I saw you post her.
Really?
Nah, like I said, I'm not really into certain types of music, but then when you
I
posted
met
it,
Shake
I
in
was
the
like,
studio. We all like Low Down Lord's studio,
mm-hmm.
and then 7Triiibes studio across from each other in on 29th Street, in
Yeah.
Union City. And in our studio, LBI was recording in our studio with Littles, and there was another studio across the hall where Coco was at. Coco's also fire. He's another dope artist. He was recording in there, and Shake was brought over by a brother that knows her, that was building with her. You know what I'm saying? He brought her through, and he was building. She laid down a verse or whatever on a record with Coco and them. She was doing songs over there. They did some music, and I met her through there. She was working on stuff.
So
there.
you actually know Shake.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
But shit, I met her there, and then B Heard ended up being a part of that situation.
Okay.
And yeah, we did that. And Cass always over there. Feed, that's a brother that I've known for I don't even know how long before. 070 before. It was like beginning of 7Triiibes when I first started. He had just moved up here. Like that brother's talented, gifted, skilled.
Man.
And, you know, resilient. All my brothers resilient. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Motherfuckers fought through the craziest things and still here and still living and still doing what they want to do, you know what I'm saying?
Word up.
Everybody. So 070 is family for life.
And now you have a remix of Sirens with probably one of my favorite rappers
yeah.
from back in the day. I can't say, well, I say back in the day, but I'm a big fan of Mr. Motherfucking X Squad.
Yeah, word. That's the brother. That's the god.
Yo,
Yeah.
like, how did that collaboration? I know I've seen you, like, I've been in rooms with him and y'all have talked and he actually been in your house.
Nah, yeah.
let me chill the fuck out.
That's my guy,
He
bro.
actually been in your house. Like how did that relationship come about?
Cass. Cass was
Cass was on his project too.
Yeah. Cass was listening to X Squire prior, like years. So we were listening to X Squire before we met him.
Yeah.
And then B Heard had asked Cass, like, yo, what's up with X Squire? Yo, you wanna try to reach out to him, see you pop up and do a feature or whatever? And he was like, I'll try. He hit him up. X Squire pulled up. He linked with Cass and B Heard. B Heard did a song with him.
Mm-hmm.
Strawberry Mansions. That's out too. They did a video. That's out on YouTube.
And was there like a record that I couldn't even post because they kept like getting rid of it?
That's the one with Cass. It's
Okay.
up now though. It's up now.
Good.
It's the Black Mirror joint.
Shit.
Yeah, that shit's out right now. But they did those records. Then they shot the video in my house on Takeover at 404.
Wow.
Then I met X Squire there, and then me and X just built from there. You know what I'm saying?
And when it came down to Sirens, how did that transaction
I
happen?
came back from Puerto Rico, and
You
I
must have
wanted
heard
to
that
record
shit.
some crazy shit, right? So I tell Mars, I'm like, yo, Mars, I need something crazy. I need something that's gonna hit like Sirens. I mean, like
Wait.
Slave Patrol.
Apito made that?
Yeah.
Yo, that nigga a beast,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Apido made Sirens. So I was like, I need something that's gonna hit like Slave Patrol because I don't want to perform that record no more, and I want to like take the shine off of that and let's do something different. But I need something that bang, and I want to put X-Squire on it. And he was like, all right, cool. So he played it. And I'm like freestyling. Yeah, I came up with the hook. You know, he was like, Sirens. You hear the Sirens? I was like, all right, cool. Let me lay this down. I laid the song down, and I sent it to X. I was like, yo, you want to jump on this? Boom. He laid down the verse, sent it back to me. I was like, all right, cool. He sent it. The reason why I wasn't on the project, he sent it after I had already dropped Don't Panic. But it was supposed to be on Don't Panic.
Word.
Yeah.
Shit, man. That like I said, I like the original record, but the remix is very fucking dope, man.
We're gonna shoot a video for that.
Okay.
It's not a video. I'm working on like a little short
Animated film.
No, not animated.
Oh.
A short film, like a actual film, and it has 3 records. Sirens Remix is one of the records, but it's just his part. I'm doing 2 records that I produce, and they're new records that are off my next project, The Key to Life. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a little film based on what has happened in my life and where my life is going.
Right.